Garry Antoine Russell is a power puncher. You know what Andy Hiraoka does to power punchers? He knocks them out, clean, cold. Let's get into it, beautiful people. What an unbelievable fight. Listen, this fight will steal the show on Saturday night. The reigning, defending WBA 140-pound champion of the world, coming from the legendary Russell family. Garry Antoine Russell going up against the unknown yet dangerous Japanese stud, Andy Hiraoka. Let's get into it, beautiful people. Let me tell you a little bit about the unknown challenger first, Andy Hiraoka. Listen, when was the last time that we've seen a 140-pounder that's 6 feet tall, over 74-inch arm reach, undefeated, knockout power, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, listen, like I said, whenever Andy Hiraoka fights a power puncher, they get knocked out. His last victory versus Ismael Barroso, Rolly Romero, the current 147-pound champion of the world, said, out of all the people he sparred or ever fought, Barroso hit the hardest. And what did Andy Hiraoka do to him? Cleaned his clock, knocked him out, barely got touched by him. And the fight before that, knocked out the knockout machine, Jin Sasaki, the man whom Brian Norman finished last June. Yes, last June. Entering that fight, he wasn't undefeated. He had one loss on his record, and that one loss came to none other than Andy Hiraoka, 29-year-old young stud, power puncher, power in both hands, southpaw, long arms. And the thing about Andy Hiraoka is that he fights on the outside and waits for you to get on the inside for him to counter you and knock you out. But if he needs to go get you, he will. But, a big but, he's fighting, listen, probably the best 140-pounder on the planet. And yes, Garry Antoine Russell will try to close the gap. And Hiraoka will try to catch him and knock him out. But the smartest, most intelligent inside fighter, at least one of, in the entire sport, forget the 140-pound division, is none other than Garry Antoine Russell. Let's talk about the champion, beautiful people. Listen, Garry Antoine Russell. Out of all the Russell brothers, I mean, listen, they were all trained by their dad who passed away a couple of years ago. Congratulations to Mr. Russell for not just raising unbelievable fighters, but most importantly, exceptional human beings. The Russell family, tight-knit. The father passed away now. Now the brother, the big brother, is the trainer, Gary Russell Jr. And my goodness, has he been doing an unbelievable job with Garry Antoine. In my eyes, beautiful people, Antoine Russell is undefeated. Yes, if you look at his record, you might see that one loss to Alberto Puello, the former PED drug cheat. Who knows, maybe until now, more than likely, in my opinion. But, in all honesty, beautiful people, I thought he won the fight. I truly believe that he simply outworked, outclassed. I mean, yes, Puello is dangerous, even though he doesn't look dangerous fighting on the back foot for most of his career, but the man got crazy power, underrated chin, engine. No wonder why he tested positive for PEDs. And just my opinion, I still believe that he's on PEDs. But Garry Antoine Russell dogged him out, walked him down. Yes, Puello did rock him a couple of times, but Garry Antoine Russell, in my opinion, outworked him in one more round simply. Lost by split decision. That did not discourage the pride of Washington, Baltimore, from that area, the tri-state area, I believe, but came back, and his comeback fight, he fights another champion, another young champion with knockout power, who had the momentum of the world riding with him, Rayo Valenzuela. And what did Antoine do? Entered the ring and absolutely destroyed him. When do we ever see a young champion with knockout power get destroyed 12-0? Complete shutout. Barely. Well, Antoine Russell did that, beautiful people. And when he was on the come-up, when he fought people like Francis Barthélemy, this and that, I mean, he didn't look that impressive. But ever since he stepped up in competition, the man's been looking better than ever and more dangerous than ever. And he just might very well be the best 140-pounder on the planet right now. Yes, Shakur Stevenson, the newly crowned champion, I mean, my goodness, he looks unbeatable. He looks untouchable, but you might as well put Antoine up there. And listen, Antoine Russell has been unbelievable as a pro, but what's even more impressive about him, his amateur resume. Beating Jerome Boots Ennis 4 times in the amateurs, beating Richardson Hitchens more than twice in the amateurs, beating Jermaine Ortiz in the amateurs, beating all the top champions basically in this era as an amateur. And my God, he keeps on getting better. Southpaw. And what makes him special is the fact that, yes, he's a pressure fighter. He's not like your typical African-American, slick, evasive, defensive boxer. Far from that. In fact, he's probably one of the most intelligent, violent pressure fighters in the sport today. And what makes him even more special than your average pressure fighter is the fact that the second he gets in on the inside, he knows exactly what to do and what to throw. So whenever you see Antoine closing the gap, and as he gets close to your chest, I mean, you might as well bite down on the mouthpiece and put your hands up, because violent power shots will be heading your way from all different angles. An unbelievable fight this will be, beautiful people. And listen, Andy Hiraoka is dangerous, make no mistake about it. Who do I want to win? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a massive Russell fan. I love the brother, love the dad, may God rest his soul. So I will definitely be rooting for Garry Antoine Russell. Now that doesn't mean that Andy Hiraoka can't win the fight. The man is dangerous, like I said, but we are about to find out, beautiful people. Will the range and power and awkwardness of Andy Hiraoka win him the WBA championship of the world, or simply will Garry Antoine Russell dog him out? Will he simply walk him down, beat him up and stop him? Possibly. Might just very well do that. We're about to find out. Bring on Saturday night.